Hello, I'd like to present I'd like to present an impromptu music set. I haven't played the guitar in a few years. I recently started a few months ago, and just a little bit of a background. Um, the guitar was actually my first instrument, and when people ask me who my first music instructor was, I get a lot of strange looks because it actually was Les Paul. People look at me like, "Oh yeah, sure, sure." Well, at that time, I lived in Wauwatosa on 118th in West Meinicke, and Les Paul taught at Walker Music at 128th and North Avenue. So if you know West Suburban Milwaukee, West Meinicke is the second hill above North Avenue and just about 10 blocks west like that. And the strangeness when he taught me was he actually taught me not to the traditional method, but he actually taught me what's called the Nashville method. And the Nashville method is simply what happens. You don't think of notes as A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You think of 1, 4, 5, diminished fourth, and then what happens when you transfer when you go to a different string, you can actually go. So it's very easy to transfer and transpose from different strings. So basically, with the Nashville method, a lot of times what they do is someone may start something like. And with the Nashville method, and this way, basically, you could think of any theme, and when you transpose a theme, rather than thinking of basically G major, And some of my compositions, I sort of just do tone poems. I really haven't thought of doing the lyrics yet, and that was one of the tone poems I did in G. Now let's see what I can think of in D. Um, And when I used to do open mic, I mostly just read poetry. A lot of people asked me to play, and at the time, I didn't have a musical instrument because one point during my life I had to sell some of my musical instruments when I ran through some issues transitioning and also getting rid of the old homestead. So um, the guitar was the first thing I decided to take up. When I did take guitar lessons at Walker Music, I actually had two guitars, basically a nylon string and a steel string. This is a steel string. And the thing is, what's interesting, I started to look for guitars, and when I went to look for guitars, I went to look for different places like Sweetwater and others. And Sweetwater has some great guitars. However, my budget wasn't the Sweetwater budget, so I ended up doing like what a lot of people in country sort of joke about or tell about is you order a guitar through the catalog, which is what I did. Basically, ordered it through Walmart, and basically it's like $42, and it just took me a while to get used to tuning it again. And there's a lot of good tuning apps that you can get on Android that really work with your smartphone. Now let's just try a um, little bit of a tone poem, a little bit up here. Let's just see what happens. Well, let me know what you think. You can reach me on Twitter at Diana1A, and also Ideas with Diana. I'm going to try to do more and think of some more tone poems. Usually, it's interesting when I do compose. Um, One of my other compositions, a lot of people like when I do it impromptu because when I try to think and diagram it out on a sheet of paper, it comes out too mechanical. A lot of people actually like when I sort of just sort of pluck along.